All eyes over here
well,
on the prize. Yeah, G2 versus Liquid elimination. Weirdly enough, the word that you're going to be saying alongside of these two teams in this matchup. A best of 3 about to catch underway. A little bit of Vertigo. And let's head it over to our commentators.
Yeah, thank you very much, Trace. Oh, we got a treat. Team Liquid taking on G2. And it all starts here on Vertigo. Team Liquid with a T-side start. G2 electing to move on to that CT half to open up. No surprises there. Fast up through ramp. Team Liquid quick on the approach, but already Nitro's removed and Nico's in with a double. Admittedly, does get traded by OC, and that's at least carved a path to get this bomb down for Team Liquid. The longer they leave it, the more impactful this wrap starts to become. Jax moving up the ramp. They should have heard him on the bridge. They should know that someone is wrapping around.
Yeah, time to plug in for Jax now on this flank. Shox is still holding, but you can't hold forever, especially with the bulk of G2 moving in on the site. Flash is going to push OC through the smoke. Are they ready for it? He doubles back. He gets lost, and he gets shot right through it by Monacy. Re-smoke for Shox. He plays it. Jax clicks out Naf, and Shox now in the clutch. 1-on-4. They're on the stick, and they will be able to take him down. Chasing is Monacy, and that's a good start for G2.
Yeah, I think it would be a real treat to have G2 stepping up here, especially Nico, right? He's been fantastic all tournament long. For me personally, I have a lot of memories of this guy here in Katowice. 2017, if you remember, when he first joined FaZe Clan, right? And they made it all the way to the grand final, falling to the hands of Astralis back then.
Yeah.
That was his debut. That was like his big shot in a top team, right? A FaZe Clan squad that he went on to spend years with, and now here with G2, other players in similar positions to him, right? Yeah. He had a chance taken. Yeah, we'll get that Nico guy, we'll bring him in, and he showed his worth, and now someone like Monacy could look to do the same thing.
Always the bridesmaid and never the bride for Nico, even the year later in Katowice, coming in second place to Fnatic as well. So this is his chance to maybe make magic happen in this tournament. But right now in that lower bracket, Liquid looking to eliminate them, looking to fight back against the odds, of course. Nico started strong on the pistol round and Monacy helped out. This time it's a force buy for Liquid off the plant, and Shox is moving up into B. Naf has a good timing on the flank, but Lexi does not let his eyes off the prize. And a 2-on-5 for Team Liquid. Not going to be easy. Flashed in his Shox, the last bit of utility, the last chance to get into this site, and he's getting spammed out by Jax. Don't fall off now, Shox. He's walking the tightrope. Elige doubles up at the back of B, and Shox has a lot of space, but he gets wall-banged out by Jax. Elige is looking for the ace in the second round of this series, and he goes cold for a moment. 20 health, backing up. Even if it's a recommit, he wants to make G2 doubt themselves, but it's the men that started it, G2. With Nico and Monacy at the helm, waiting on B. Elige, it's a full reset. He's going back to potentially middle here. It's just going to take so long. And even though he's coming in on the B ramp, he can't walk forever. Monacy's eventually going to hear these footsteps pittering and pattering. But does he know? It doesn't look like it. They're both leaving the site. Elige has a chance.
Oh my God, how has he done this? He's threaded a needle and now they hear him. He's able to get past Nico. Oh, it's going to be close, but he just gets the bomb planted. They're running him down. They know he doesn't have time, and Nico puts a stop to it. They know he has to commit to the plant there if he wants a chance in the clutch. It's a damn good try from Elige. And hell, I mean, if that's any indication of how he's going to look in this series, that should never have even been a round where you're coming out with a bomb plant, right? These were phenomenal. That little flick back, even the trade onto Jax as well. Unfortunately, time is his enemy there.
What a desperate round, though. I mean, you know, money's nice, and the 3 kills is always a temptation to buy up here. Elige is actually, in fact, so confident. He's going to go for the hero AK in an eco round. This is a really nice call. He's got the spare money for it from those 3 kills, and so he'll give it a go, try and win the round solo. Almost just did. Monacy with a deep ramp peak. There's going to be a lot of questions on protocols for Monacy. What does he do in these moments, right? He may have gotten away with an awful lot back in Academy teams against lower tier opposition, but even with a new Liquid roster, we have a wealth of experience. And so, a lot of eyes on the young gun. He's playing alongside Nico. Firepower duo back again. Oh, Nico caught falling off the ledge, and Monacy needs a multi-kill. It's only 1. Elite is going to trade that out. There's now guns to be gifted to Liquid.
once again, you're in with a bit of a chance here. Liquid, they need to capitalize on this one. You know, they've armed themselves. They're bringing rifles into play. Still stacked up over towards ramp. Alexi going to drop that smoke just to try to deter them. And this decision to go silent once again. They now start to have shocks, you know, prodding the B site. If he's even able to draw a rotation here, that's massive. He's throwing the generator smoke, and it has pulled Alexi away from A. Hunter here alone and dinked on the swing from Nafly. Oh, he's in a bad spot, and there's Elige to clear him. 3 kills again, back-to-back tricks for Elige. Can he find any more? He catches Alexi with util out. He couldn't ace in the 1v2 clutch, but he damn well might in round number 3. Just Jax left to find, and he's so far removed from the round, especially with that previous one coming down to just 2 players surviving. He's going to have to save. His hands are tied here.
Yeah, Leech doesn't really care. There's no ace. This is a very nice situation for Liquid, and you know, if we're looking to any 1 or any 2 on the Team Liquid side, it is going to be the experienced players of Elige and Naf. Obviously, Nitro does fall into that category as well in the NA scene, but you know, I'm expecting him to be a little cold coming in.
They want
the ace. Elige might get it. No, he's going to keep the money. He's a smart man. He's playing the money game. His teammates are going to lose some guns, but this was an eco anyway, so it's a win for Liquid. For Shocks, obviously, you know, we have high expectations of this guy, but, you know, Maniac called him a liability on the desk, and right now the numbers back that up. So if there were ever a proving ground, if there were ever a series to show it, one of the hardest series you're ever going to get, it would be this game. But Elige has at least come to play today.
Dude, this is insane. Like, the first 2 rounds, the only reason, I was going to say they're close, obviously Liquid win this one, but the only reason that they've even had any impact is just Elige so far.
Yeah. 7
kills over the last 2 rounds of play, and that's all 7 that have been found for Team Liquid. Reinvestment back in for G2. Trying to deny this ramp control, but Nico, how is that burning him? How is that burning him? It's going to get him out of position. Oh, he spotted the boost, and with Elige dead, the man who made these last rounds competitive, made them happen for Team Liquid, knocked out early on by the Titan of Nico.
Now they're in hot water. Bubbling and boiling over the brim. It's going to be a B-walk. Nitro's trying to sell things on that A site. One more Molotov is all he has to keep the attention here, but with 5 alive, G2 are still pretty spread. Jax, oh, he almost looks away, but instead top default, a very difficult angle to clear. It's going to get flashed off, but taking more space in the site. The boost on the right side. This is a really nice boost to get a headshot angle. OC doesn't need to crouch. He can jump right up. Shocks now can even get into the bomb site. Jax, oh, he gets spotted. Shocks, that's a lot of damage. He's going to try and capitalize, getting close. The Deagle is covering. It shouldn't be able to stop him. Shocks is right up in the fray right now. 4 on 5, and Liquid with limited time have pulled G2 over.
Yeah, flashes go in, but no one's swinging on the back of it. It's kind of grinded to a bit of a halt here, and Shoxy's going to try and be that man on the entry. They're giving time and space to Nitro to come in with this backstab, and with him doubling down over in middle, it becomes a very rough round for G2.
Yeah, I think Nitro's definitely an interesting talking point for this team, right? Obviously, it's you know, you're going away, coming back to CS. It's very hard. I mean, players like Floppy have looked incredible since they've come back. You know, you never know how good you have it until it's gone, I guess could be the logic there. But even in that phase game yesterday for Nitro, yeah, as a series, Liquid kind of got beat on 2 maps, but on the one they did win, Mirage, which is the second map of the series here, Nitro actually looked really solid individually, 25-ish kills. That's impressive, right? Not a sleeper team, FaZe Clan. A lot of talent, a lot of old school names. So I'm kind of excited by the prospect of what Nitro could bring to the table in terms of killing. But my worry is, you know, you're out of the game for so long. The meta is so different. How can you adapt so quick?
Yeah, you know, I do. Here's the thing for Liquid, that's never deterred them in the past, right? Like when they picked up Fallen to IGL early on, they were like, well, you know, he's still like a little bit behind on like where we're at in terms of the meta, how we like to play. There was a big period where they were catching him up. So they've done it before. Yeah. And also, I think, you know, while Valorant and CS share a lot of skill sets, there is stuff you can learn individually from either game. I imagine, you know, going and playing at a top level in Valorant helped Nitro, you know, kind of refine his gameplay even more, looking at it from a CS sense. Elige, smoke push, and Nico's going to get the better of him again. This has been a bit of a duel down here towards ramp, hasn't it? And Nico's gone through. The hero M4 making a play. Oh, he knows that if they're going to win this round, someone had to step up. And of course, it's Nico. 3 in the round, and only Nafly left to beat.
Nico v Elige, that's what this game is turning out to be right now. Just the one-man heroes of either roster stepping up in big ways. And this was a full eco. Like you said, this was not a round that G2 was supposed to win. But Nico has done it single-handedly with the flash through the smoke from Hunter. And Naf is just patrolling T-spawn, hoping someone oversteps the mark, gives him a reason to fight. G2 have taken so much space, and mid has got nothing for Naf. So it will just be a minute save. A sad round for Liquid, but one that they can reinvest into in the follow-up. Already some very aggressive plays we're seeing out of G2. And killing a USP, while it's nice, it's also going to give G2 the warning of where Naf is. So he's going to put distance between himself and his last known position. And a good spot to camp out.
Mate, I mean, this Nico versus Elige fight is already a treat, you know. Elige might have gotten off to this really hot start, 7 kills in those first, I was going to say 3 rounds. He didn't get any in the pistol, right? So the second round, Force Spy, and then the third round, Hero AK to win the round for Team Liquid. You know, he got off to a rip-roaring start, but that's kind of ignited a bit of a fire under Nico, right? I think he knows who his big competition is now, and he's looking to get the better of him time and time again over here at ramp. And this little push as well, man, it just exudes confidence. It's exactly what you want out of Nico. Response is immediate, though, for Team Liquid, right? Obviously, they save that gun on Naf. They bring the AWP out now for OC as well. And he's going to lean towards B, but no early peek out of G2. He might just reroute. Look to group back up over here at ramp, try to go blow for blow with m0NESY. You know he's going to be peeking this. You know, I mean, it was kind of similar back in the Academy League. He loves these top ramp peaks early with the AWP, all AWPers do, but a lot of the time he takes it from that ledge side, so you should have a bit of an idea as to his tendencies here. Yeah. Right? It feels like m0NESY's kind of going down the route of perfecting the 1 or 2 ideas that he has before looking to diversify too heavily. And so I think that might make him a little easier to read based on the limited research that you have. Out into mid for Naf and Nitro. Bomb still over towards T-spawn. This one looking like it could end up anywhere. It's all based on where the success is found. And Hunter's tagged up, forced out of middle. Team Liquid gonna leave, but it's Nico once again at the ramp side. In with a double. Elige bested once more. Nico continues to lock down ramp single-handedly. Bomb now retrieved, and Team Liquid going to look elsewhere. They're going to go towards the B site. That's the Nico effect right there. They don't want to go into him. They don't want to feed the beast. They're hoping that B can be their safe haven.
Yeah, Lexi's already here, moving in with a Molotov from Hunter. There's 2 low players right now on the G2 side. They've got to be very careful. Smoke spam. It has gotten Liquid on the board before. Nico with a cross shot. Yeah, that would be filth if he hit that tap, but you can put nothing past him at this point. You can tell this guy does not want to get grouped. It's one thing to fall in a final. It's another to lose to a new Liquid roster in this lower bracket limb game. Nitro holding default, going to swing off of shocks if he's given the chance. The trading needs to be picture perfect here as still a low play as Nico hits a blinder. Alexi moves in, and Naf now with a mow down needed. It won't happen. Alexi doubles up, and that's going to be the round for G2. I don't know how Nico is hitting some of the shots he is, but, well, am I really surprised? No. Doesn't make it any less impressive. 4-2, G2 looking good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like for Nico, this is much akin to the majors. This is like one of these events that he takes very, very personally, you know. He's been in these grand finals before, but never been able to win them out. And so I do think for this guy individually, You know, he's not content with going out in the groups. In his mind, it's playoffs or nothing, and even that would be disappointing if, you know, they go out in, like, the quarters, for example. Oh, m0NESY, collateral from the top of ramp. They try to move in quick. They do finally best NiKo. He's so often been that problem man, that problem area over towards ramp, but there's so many more to get past. m0NESY hit the ground running to open this one up. Still a threat, still a nuisance, and just denying any sort of ramp peek. They lose the bomb on Nitro, and the wrap from Hunter finds itself a double.
G2 is so confident. You can tell by Hunter's flanks right now. Every time he's got info that they're going for heavy A plays out of the gate, especially in the first few rounds of T sides on this map, it can be obvious because it's just such a go-to for so many teams. And until you start getting flanked, you're not going to start worrying about flanks, right? Setting up players hiding in corners, or defaulting more in the early round and faking out A. It's something Liquid have done more and more, but on this little low money round rather, Hunter just comes in on the flank and closes it out. A pause for Liquid, but obviously everyone gets the benefits of it. Will it slow down G2's momentum? I also think, we talk a lot about NiKo and m0NESY for obvious reasons, but someone like Alexi here has a lot to prove as well. Nexa over in OG, I think he had some good games. He had some nice calls, and he played individually very well in the opening games as well as back at Blast. And for Nexa, he's out already. So Alexi, he would love to one-up that. He'd love to keep building, especially, again, mentally losing to someone like Nitro, calling on the other side, only just coming back. It's not a good look for G2, to be honest. So that's why there's definitely high expectation on G2 in a match like this, and for good reason. We're seeing the results of it already. Hunter's already dumped all his nades. He's going to start to rotate back to that A site.
I mean, bro, even from like that IGL kind of storyline front, like everything comes back to NiKo, doesn't it? Like even him with like FaZe. Hang on a moment, look at this, look at this. Oh, NiKo flashed in, double, triple. He's going to knock out the ramp play. You cannot get past him at ramp. He's the king of it. Another multi-kill, another triple for NiKo.
Yeah, there's a reason we don't shut up.
And Naf, once again, is thrown into one of these clutches where it's like, what can you even expect him to do? What can you even expect little Nafly to do here?
Off angle. Not the first clear for Naf. Oh, he's got a warning, but that's a silencer. That's the effect of it. You see, he doesn't even know where he's being shot from. You put an M4 in, A4 in Jax's hand, suddenly Naf has a chance, but the element of surprise comes back to bite, and G2 are shutting down the A site right now. NiKo. Look at this, no one's even looking.
But yeah, the point I guess I was going to make about NiKo was even looking at him, right? Obviously, when he kind of departed FaZe, people were wondering like, oh, is that kind of the end of the competitiveness there, right? But FaZe, they're one game away from playoffs, and we know how the leadership bout between NiKo and Karrigan has gone in times gone by. The fact that FaZe is so much closer, and G2 are the ones staring elimination dead in the face, and they've got to stand in on the side of FaZe Clan. I think there would be a lot of kind of bad looks all round. So G2,
that's clean.
That's lovely from OC.
All right.
Does he really have a chance here? Only a Deagle to work with, but we often say these pistols in the hands of AWPers, they can be an entirely different threat. And I think when you look at someone like OC, this guy, been talked about for the longest time. This is one of the biggest and brightest opportunities he's ever had. There was a time to show us what you've got, OC. It's now 1v2, out into middle. 2 to the good already from this Deagle. And right now, he's threading the needle on this mid play.
This is perfect. Alexi's not watching right now.
In CT. OC, will he consider that? He's got plenty of time. He could wrap CT if he wants. And it wouldn't surprise me if he does, right? Just to get the info. Alexi's now turned, and the timing for OC. The mental clock in Alexi's head starts to go off, and he says, all right, I need to worry about middle. And just at the right time, he flicks back.
Little bit of suspicion for Alexi. And he's not going to let OC get away with a round like that. That's a must-win for G2 just to keep this game rolling in their favor. And boy, it is right now. What is the solution for Liquid, right? These heavy A's are not working. We saw earlier they tried to do a B-pop with the Leech faking out the A site. We'll see if Liquid want to do their due diligence first on this T side. And it seems like this time they will. Bit of defaulting towards B. Hunter steps on the stairs to avoid the Molotov, and they know he's here. Shox is going to jump through. Good flash from him, and he's going to find Hunter. One more man known up above. It's Jax. Shox is very low. He's still going to commit, and that will be the death of him. No one even close enough to trade. Nitro a little far behind, and Jax is going to jump up with a flash for Alexi to take the second. Back to A. It's all they've got, and look who's here.
Yeah, Nico again. So often been here with triple kills.
Thought he cleared it.
Oh no, Elise. Betrayed by the smoke fade. Thought he'd done enough. Thought he'd cleared the angle. And Nico's still there, and now OC dead through the smoke. Naf, once again, you know, left in one of these 1v4s. This is all he's got to play so far. His 1v4 clutch attempts. He's running into B. He might have a chance of getting the bomb down, but you know, slowing for even a second has given time for these G2 players to get set up. Planting wide, flanked from ramp by Nico. It's another multi-kill from the man, this time just a double, but G2 up to 8. This is pretty dominant right about now.
Yeah, it doesn't feel close at all, does it? It doesn't feel like Liquid have a single answer at the moment, right? Very aggressive rounds out of G2. The flanks are coming in. Nico pushing there immediately. Hunter's been dropping ladder on the mid play. Somewhere Liquid haven't even been defaulting on their T side. They've just been starting to B. And, oof, there's a lot of problems right now for Liquid. Where are the solutions? Pistols out now. Might see a little more usage of middle in the next gun round, right? Obviously, when G2 have lost a couple of picks, they do give it up often on the CT side. Could be an area to exploit for Liquid. Often does get just negated. Does middle on the T side of this map. Wanna see? Starting B now, bit of a change-up, and I like it. Keeping it fresh at G2, don't want to stay predictable. And he sees the flashes coming over. Does he know, though? They've boosted on the left side. Shox is already in. Good shot off the blind kill. Jax is going to help out killing that first player, and Monacy won't let them get space, won't let them get a plant. He's here to dance in the site. 4 on 2, make that 1, and Naf is late, as is the case every single round. Monacy shuts him down. 4 frags from the AWP, and they're getting hyped.
Yeah, dude, no, this is scary, right? This isn't the kind of Monacy we've seen thus far, right? Like, it feels like he's literally straight pugging right now. You know, when you go online, you watch him, and you see him landing all these incredibly fast flicks with such a tremendous degree of confidence and consistency. And every one of these peaks, no matter how fast he had to be, he was faster. No matter how clean it had to be, he was cleaner. And just like that, he's put another round on the board for G2.
Yeah, the scariest part about that is when a young player, you know, we will wonder if we see this if we get to the stage for G2, but especially in these group games, the Warriors, like, okay, he may have individually the talent and the skill, and he's done that from his bedroom and he's done that at home, but like, can he do that against the big boys where it matters? You know, the re-aggression in a 4 on 2 against Pistols is just this confident play from Monacy. Doesn't look deterred by any external factors, by the pressure on the line, by the elimination facing G2. It's just dominant. 9-2, 13 frags for Monacy, 15 for Nico. And Liquid go back to all they know, it's that A site. And they only know it for bad reasons. Back to this dangerous duo of Monacy and Nico.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, these are the 2 top performers. Hand over fist for G2, mate, and they're going to get offered another chance at wrecking one of these ramp plays.
They get him off the angle, but look at this. It's a sign of the times when he's re-peaking that, right? Like, good flash, and they're right back in. And they will go for middle, but of course G2 have this double setup. Great trade for Naf. He's often been left too late to play into a round, but that's going to keep things interesting. A 4 on 3. Liquid tear apart the double setup, and a missed shot from Monacy. Going to give it up. Go back to the bomb site. Liquid now, this is their best chance. They've got a lot of room. They've enough smokes for an execute, but this, again, coming down to Monacy's aggression. No AWPer should do this. No AWPer would do this.
There are so many AWPers that you just wouldn't trust to do this, but with Monacy, there is that part of you going, well, he's quick enough. Oh, they are so close, and he's missed every timing. He's not considering it, and that fly will find him. Nico dead over at short, and finally, you know, you've put a stop to these two heavy hitters in tandem. Only Jack's left standing. Bomb crossing into the site, and he's got no way to deny this plant. He will have to retake if he wants to win this clutch. Smoke start to fade. He fires off. They learn about him now. Ali's even going to add insult to injury by dropping in another smoke, and so Jax, that will seal the deal on this save.
I'm surprised he goes for the save. Like, I think G2 at this point should know that they're going to run away with this CT side. Yeah, but considering he has so much money, just taking a kill here would be lovely. Maybe poke your head back in for an exit when Liquid don't think you're there. You know, I don't think that the save is going to make any difference in the you know, point we're at in the game. There's only 4 rounds left. But even so, AK is nice. Give it over to Nico next round for his short position. But nice reaction for Liquid. They don't get flustered despite the constant re-aggression. And the mid setup denied as well. It's the first time G2 have done anything in middle. They made the read. Hey, they knew what Liquid were going to do. It just didn't work.
Yeah, look, so I think this is why we saw the save come in. G2 were going to pull a double AWP out in this round. Alexi donning one alongside Monacy. And so, you know, if that was a conversation they'd already had prior, if that was something that, you know, was decided when Jax is 1v3, I think contextualizing the save, actually, it makes a lot of sense. This is a very expensive investment. They could get reset in theory before this half closes out.
Don't want to 9-6 this.
Exactly, right? And I also think, you know, maybe you're a little bit scarred with how that Fnatic game went the other day, right? Where you kind of get off to these incredible starts. That was in the series as a whole, and then it turns very, very sour. So, you know, I think at this point, just playing their own game, not a bad way to approach it. I want to see what Alexi's going to be doing with this secondary AWP, right? Holding down middle. Expecting that Liquid are going to go back to a mid play after it worked last time. Nico aggro at ramp again, and boost up. This time Elige will catch him. Been a while since we've seen him come out ahead in that fight, right? Started the game 7-2 for Team Liquid. 2 kills since then, but finally one onto Nico now. Monacy. On scopes, but they're up close, and that's the turn. Nice OC will trade at least.
Yeah. Haven't really talked about him on this T side. Haven't really needed to. He's not been able to get any A picks. He's had a couple of AWPs as well, but that's finally a very important frag. And they're going to go back to check the flank. Jax wins that fight. Tries to smoke. Oh, no, he doesn't drop it. He switches too quick, and it costs him. Without that smoke going down, Nitro can run through, and Liquid have been given a chance to take B. One more Molotov. Can it get in time to do anything? It's over Con. They've already dropped into the bomb site, looking to stop the bomb, looking to stop the cross up the top. And Alexi will take down Nitro, leaving OC in the clutch. This guy's quick, though, as far as AWPs come, but they're right beside him in the smoke, even with this kill, which he's not going to get. Second shot will not connect, and Alexi B with a no-scope. The whole time, Hunter is hiding in the smoke, knowing if anything goes wrong, OC will never expect another player.
So big news coming down the pipeline.
Hit me.
Rops tested negative on the PCR.
Yeah?
And by the sounds of it, he'll be back in later today.
Hello. In time for their game against Fnatic?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said no sleep since yesterday. Tired from the journey, but let's go. So I'm assuming that means he's in.
And a big thanks to JKS for filling in at short notice as well. That's awesome. Rops is coming back. Boomich is out of quarantine. Katowice is healing. Yeah, nature as well. But there's nothing natural about this, Harry. 10-3, and Liquid just cannot catch a break. When no scopes aren't hitting like that, you know you're in trouble. Oh, one tap.
Okay.
We heard it.
We heard it, right? Oh, Shocks. Brought down low, but this is where the mid-split was hoping to save it. Alexi might be blind, but he still doubles up. And if you're G2, surely that entices you to go for this. I mean, look at who you've got left standing. Monacy and Nico, the 2 top performers, the guys with 30 kills between them. And you've got money to invest into the last. You're giving this a go every day of the week. Elige fighting at default. This is often a scary spot to be at. Normally, you want to try and leave it if you can, but Elige is going to hang around, look for this tap. And that's why Monacy on the receiving end. Only Nico now, and as he falls in, it's Elige to cancel him out. The duel between Elige and Nico heating back up again. It might have been Nico winning it the vast majority of times in, you know, kind of the middle of this half at the ramp side. But in these last few rounds, it started to tick back the other way. Here's that one tap from Shox. That is clean.
3 out of 4 of Liquid's rounds have come from Elige. I don't want to say single-handedly, right? But, well, 2 of them were. That one, he had huge impact yet again. Shox, of course, with the opener, but... Hey, the guy we needed to step up at least is, but is it enough? 10-4, last round of the half. Like you said, G2 with money for whatever they want. But they will lean away from the double orb this time. Rather that utility. Liquid, I mean, it's pretty rough, but a 5-round half, given how it all started, that's a recovery. That's something we can consider. And they've started to piece together T-side rounds near the end of this game. Or half, rather. Do need more out of OC. Especially given how aggressive Nico has consistently been in this position, right? He has been causing a lot of problems. But once those smokes fade, if Liquid have the patience to wait, I want to see OC put in a position to exceed. This is a middle take, though, for Liquid. Shox is holding that B site. And that's a nice opener, but they're not going to let him get out for free.
Yeah, he's going to be in for a rough time, especially now that you hear mid getting taken. OC does best hunter in middle. Jack's going to aggro and take B main away. This is a nice response out of Jax, right? He knows they've lost mid now and was hoping that he could just hold his own at ramp. Elige going to catch him over the lip of that smoke, and now into the B site they go. Once again, m0NESY and Nico, it's a chance at another one of these 2-on-3 retakes over towards B. And this time, m0NESY connects. Elige, a tiny little gap, a tiny bit of room to hit that shot. And it's found a 2-on-2. They don't know about Nico wrapping either. They haven't seen this out of him yet. OC is holding it. Had a pretty quiet game thus far, but it's found impact in this round, and it's set to continue. Now, just m0NESY left to beat, and he's getting wrapped through middle. He doesn't know about this. He's going to go hunting. Ooh, it's close, but Naf will close that out. 5-10, Team Liquid now moving on to the CT side of their map pick, and they've got it switched on Nico and m0NESY to beat. Can they do it? Let's find out.
Closer.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. One shot.
Full blind. Nothing. Should be one side, I
He's
think.
close to us.
One round.
Nice. What is 3?
One is shorting.
I have a short.
Nothing, sure.
Then short.
Nice.
Defuse, Alex.
Defusing on
In the smoke. He's in the smoke, Nice!
Let's go, boys!
Good job, guys. Watch out, they can buy. Nice right giant trees, nice Ilya kills.
Same B. A lot B.
Yeah, expert.
You got one, Ilya? No, one mid.
Oh.
One
In the
mid.
smoke, in the smoke.
Guys, I have flash.
Nice, Ilya.
On default.
I can flash AC.
It's okay.
I let Molly left side.
Nice, yeah.
Last was giving nades from mid.
Stairs. Chill.
I'm flashing 6.
Nice! Yeah. Sick for you!
Ilya, you're enjoying it, or what, man?
Nice, bro.
During my practice, I'm trying to do my. I'm trying to do what I want, like my peaks with up or something. Also, we're trying to figure out the way how I want to play, because we need to understand more each other in the game while we communicate, because it's international team and we need to play more. When we had first practice, it was not easy for me to understand each other, because I haven't played in international team. I spoke only in FPL in English, and it was a bit hard for me. But after 1 week, I got it, and I didn't have problems with communication.
Nico and Monacy, the dynamic duo of G2, leading the charge right now, the tip of the spear. And boy, are Liquid feeling it. 5 rounds to their name. And while we've had great moments from guys like Elige, we still need that stopping power. G2, a rip-roaring lead and a chance to strike early, hard and fast on Team Liquid's map pick.
Yeah, the tactician of Alexi B with a lot of utility on this pistol round. We're going to see where G2 want to place it. And where they shall, Liquid have also stacked 4 leaning towards B, but a push could be problematic. Don't want your nades to die. Nav doesn't get a chance to fire a shot. Triple setup, nice shot from Shoxy, but he's going to get overwhelmed by the Glocks. And all of the nades live, unfortunately, for Liquid. Now they've got to deal with the execute. They got a couple of HEs themselves, but it's all about the headshots here. USP going out, the nade slows him down. OC smoked off, he goes up, he goes over, and he goes in with a kill. Backing out now, RG2. It's a desperate rotate in a 2-on-2.
Yeah, Nico making noise, trying to fake that this is the A play, trying to draw these rotates, and Nitro should have heard those footsteps. If he can win this fight, that's a lot of pressure removed for Team Liquid, right? If you deal with Nico, the man faking out A, then you can piece together the true intention of this round. But if he finds a kill, that's where things get scary. Silence.
Alexi's coming back. Nico wanted to see 2 to send Alexi into B, but without that, Nico goes quiet and hopes the kills come to him. Nitro spotted leaving, OC rather. Nitro sees him right back. And so now the element of surprise no longer in G2's favor. They'd love a smoke to get this plant, but instead they're going to have to fight for the site. Crossfire is still ready. Nitro getting info, has seen the bomb, and here comes the commit.
Yeah, he's willing to concede the site, willing to concede this ramp run-up, doesn't want to get caught. Instead, he's swinging this with OC, and Flash is now going in, hoping that this can get that bomb into the site and give you a chance, but it's been dropped, and there's the closer. Nitro and OC do manage to lock that in. They navigate the 2-on-2 well. And that decision to double back with the bomb, rejoin Nico thereafter. He only spots one, right? A little key detail that you kind of pointed out, hoping he was going to draw both players over. They decide, why take the risk when we don't know where that second man is? And in reality, OC was there the whole damn time.
Yeah, by the time they figured out, though, Alexi had already walked the entire way, and Nitro just got that spot on Nico on sandbags. Right as Alexi gets there, it's the worst case for G2 in that 2-on-2. If Alexi walked into B, it would have just been empty. So nice read by Liquid. And despite the stack just getting destroyed on the B site, it'll be their pistol to win. Force up for G2. Nothing uncommon about it, but it's going to be low money here. Corner gets mollied. Ooh, chunky nade, but no more of them. G2 start to move up. Nitro's going to drop the one-way, but oh, they hunt him down and they don't let him escape with a fake smoke. They don't need to worry about it. Elige now back in the bomb site. Top performer on his team right now. Nothing he can do about this plant, though. Liquid are out of util as well. Pick your plant. Alexi picks his poison, goes right in. Elige can't see with the smoke down, and Jax and Monacy have both picked up kills. There's another deeg from Nico. It's all falling apart at the seams. Naf even getting flanked, getting pushed over the smoke, and he is locked out of this round. Oh,
the weapon switch, and Alexi still wins that. Oh, man, that is a flawless 4-spy round out of G2.
Brutal.
An immediate reply. Wild scenes and devastating for Nitro, right? That's really going to get in your head a bit there. Goes back to drop the one-way to give this illusion that they're still fighting for ramp, and Alexi just calls his bluff straight up. He's like, nah, you ain't playing that. We're all here, and you've just given us the invitation into the A play. Now it's a return to 4-spies. Liquid having to come through one of their own, but this game in a position where it could be set to spiral if success doesn't get found quickly for the Liquid squad.
Yeah, we heard them get hyped, Choxy, especially after winning that pistol round, but is this going to tame the beast of Liquid, right? Having it all fall apart so early. That was a decision for G2 to force. It wasn't a requirement. This one is. Liquid don't have a choice. You cannot eco this round. It's just not a good call. So they are forced into pistol armor with nothing else. Gonna have to have a pop-off moment from someone. Shox could be that man. They run right by him. Elige gets the first. Now they know Shox is here. They can spam him out and keep the pressure on. He's got no room to move right now, and so Naf comes in for support. They run him down, and Shox will fall, but Naf has picked up the pieces. Big hold on the B site right now in a 2-on-2. Monacy trying to cross back in. Double D hits the head. Nitro playing the bomb. Does he know it's right beside him? They have to chase him. Deagle does do some damage, but he's on 5 health, and it's a double peak for G2 to close. 12-6, double that of Liquid. And it's a full eco. At this point in the game, Liquid are relying on 1 gun round, and then it's done.
And mate, you know, like you keep getting it down, even in the first half, whenever you kept finding these like 1v2s or even sometimes 3v2s in post plants, right? It was, you know, maybe you're feeling kind of confident in moments like that, or like you have a chance to do something, but then you look at who's still alive, and it was always Monacy and Nico, right? And talk about final bosses to have to face with how they're playing today. Terrifying.
Yeah, a little boost. Nothing wrong with this. Getting weird on the eco round.
I'm a little worried that the players on top might just die before the guys on the bottom can see anything.
Well, Nico.
No, Nico, if he goes...
Oh, he's going to slip it.
Oh,
dear.
my
He's
goodness. And he's fighting this. Good for one. Nade goes in and he sees them getting away. He knows he's going to get rushed down. They've only got USPs, nothing to lose, and he's not deterred. He wants all the money, all the glory. Just Shox left. USP, just a formality now. Jax will get 2 tapped out of the round, arming Shox with the Famous.
Ouch.
Oh, and he finds a double up. Don't go giving Shox a reason to believe. Another peek, Nico. Low from earlier. This is ballsy to be chasing it so hard, but I think it kind of speaks volumes as to where the heads of G2 are at. And Shox is forced into a save. Saving the Famous as well. It's a little ugly. Maybe if he can find Monacy, but he's knife out. He's not ready for this. Dead to the lurking Monacy. And that's 13 for G2, now locked in, now secured. And this is the 1 rifle round that you talked about, Hugo. If Liquid don't win this, Vertigo will be slipping away from them.
Yeah, it's their map pick as well. I think Mirage could actually be more competitive than this map, considering what we saw from Liquid just the other day against FaZe. But at the same time, G2, you know, we can see a sign of the times. Nico pushing there, the confidence these guys have had all game from the get-go. The flanks down middle for Hunter, the B pushes for Jax. Like, they've just been doing whatever the hell they want, writing their own story. So Liquid have got to deal with that, amongst other things. But where does this buy round go? Flash is good. Nico falls off the boost. They're going to hear it. Smoke spamming Orb. Because why on earth not? Re-smoked by Nitro. Going to leave him with nothing when the hit does come in, and it will eventually. No one way to play this time. Nitro still looking through that little gap. Can he see this boost? Apparently not. Just close enough for Nico. Goes both ways. G2 make a lot of noise on these boosts, but they will back out and set up smokes instead. Alexi retrieves the bomb. Going up for a late mid-take. Already a little more diverse than the Team Liquid T side, but they have seemed to read this one well. Double setup in mid right now. Are they going to stay on it? No, they just peel out. Re-smoking the A site. Shox has to cross back. Does at least leave him with a quicker rotate to B, but 1 man up on the A ramp, 1 man on the B site. Beautiful check from Nico. Who the hell looks there? And now they run over Con.
Shox, this is his moment, drops the bomb. He loses his teammate back in the site, and Shoxy now getting pressured from mid and from ramp. Can't hold the line. Hunter wins that head-to-head. Monacy spotted, tagged down in middle, but still alive, still a threat, and shot in the back. Nico, it all falls onto him. They saw him at ramp earlier on, but they're expecting a reroute. They're expecting he goes back to mid, and he will, but it's in through A. Now with the bomb in hand. Knows the Nitro was B-side leaning and gonna have a chance at the plant. It's very, very close. Oh, I think he's just got it. That's 14. Sorry, that's the bomb down. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've already thought Nico won this. Here we go. Nitro, talk about a trial by fire. Welcome back to Counter-Strike. Here he is. And with one hell of a man to face.
Oh, he went for the 1 tap. Audacious stuff for Nico, but Nitro just rounds the corner in time, and it's not going to be around for G2, not yet. Liquid will long it out with 1 on the CT side, and even though you only have 1 surviving, money is going to be pretty bunk here. It's Liquid getting another breath of air. G2 still trying to come in with the suffocation, though. Surely going to reinvest off of the plant. And nice hold from Shock. Shocked he didn't get this third kill, but Hunter coming up into B did a lot of work. And Nico, I mean, he didn't get to pick his plant, right? He physically didn't have time. He just had to stick it the second he got on the bomb site. But the fact that he just stays in the middle and fights for the round, pretty confident stuff. And that's what we've been saying all damn game. Not the end of the world to lose a round like that, but Nico knows that comebacks can come from anywhere.
Yeah, this makes the game a lot more interesting, though, right? Because if that one had just sailed past for Liquid, if they weren't able to capitalize on all the work that someone like Shox did over towards Connector, this would probably be a done deal right now. We'd be looking at this saying, yeah, G2 about to run away with this one. Now, only 6 rounds between them, and while there is a reinvestment looming for the G2 squad, it's their money starting to get put through its paces. So there is still an option back into this game for Liquid. It's not going to be easy. It was never meant to be easy. But it's not impossible.
Nothing is in Counter-Strike. We've seen the most ridiculous games already. Remember, G2 even started that series against Fnatic yesterday with a dominant first map, and they fell in the second and third, so... Always got to question the staying power. Monacy's got mid lineups for utility. Hunter is just a centimeter away from success. Shox his head, poking out on the lip of the box, and he gets the kill and drops off. Shox anchoring B right now is proving to be nice, but Nico has a lot of room in the site. Oh my goodness, Nitro just swings. What a perfect check. Nico almost slipped the net. 3 on 5, ball making its way back. But Liquid, they've got the manpower to play every position. 2 smokes, this might just be the execute for G2 and falling back to ramp.
Swing from the orb, but nothing's being offered up to Monacy. Smokes go out. Oh, Liquid drop one of their own. Just to throw a bit of confusion into the mix. Nade for the bomb plant. OC throws it in a little late. Thinks that might be a fake the first time around, so doesn't want to chance it. By the time he gets the info that, no, that was the commitment, bomb's already planted. G2
Terrifying.
in a 3 on 5, right? These kind of rounds can be tricky, deceptively so, and Monacy striking first, gonna turn the scales, try to tip them as best he can. This AWP is quick. Naf has found one, but Monacy, oh, it's close. He's getting wrapped on the right side, and Monacy on for the ace. Is there time? Shox going in, and I think he might have it. Monacy, it's a damn good try. Couldn't ask for more. 4 out of the 5 kills needed to make that round happen. And Shox just barely, sweating the whole time you can imagine, is able to find that round for Liquid.
That would have been round of the tournament right there, right then. 3 on 5 in the post plant, and he does his damn best. Check these shots. 16 years old. What a talent. But not today, not to be in Liquid. They win out these 2 clutch rounds as we go back into a bit of a broken bye for G2. They are reinforced with Tech 9s and AKs and confidence as they have displayed all day. Even an opening kill to Naf on the B site as well. So problems already beginning for Liquid. At least in these previous rounds, they have been the ones to fight first, to fire off. Right now, it's G2 in control.
Out of all the rounds to lose that aggro B player, this is up there with one of the worst, man. This could have been your route back in, and now it hinges on you pulling back around. When you've got a man down so early, you've armed your opponent with that M4. Up ramp, G2. Held back by the molly for now, but Nico skirting past him, already up the short side. There's a gap to be found here for Nico, and he's going to take it.
Yeah, he's done this round after round. He keeps getting so much space on short, and all the attention of these 2 Liquid players is in the wrong position. The molly doesn't get smoked. The Leech can't get it out in time. That's twice that has let Liquid down. They're trying to switch off of the nade so they can get their gun out quickly, but it results in them not ever throwing it down.
Nitro, dead right away. Monacy's going to tap him out, and OC needs a round with this AWP, mate. We had one from Monacy last. Now it's OC's turn. If you want to win this, you've got to do something. And OC in with the double, doing everything he can. Oh, can't make it a third. Nico gonna rid us of the AWP, and Shox might have been good in the 1v1 last time. Might have been good to get that clutch over the line. This one is far harder. This one, the odds far greater against him. And as synonymous as the Shox name is with impossible clutches, with 2 to beat, no peek getting given. No info to go off the back of. A little tap. And now the swing. Shox, 1v1. One man left to find. Nico gonna lock him out of the round. And there it is. 14 on the board. G2 just a couple of kills away from that coveted map point.
Oh, that got scary there, didn't it? Nice try for Shox, but Nico just keeping these games clean, keeping these rounds his. He may have missed his clutch earlier on in the 1v1, but he will not let this one slip by the wayside. And you can see how flustered Liquid are with these smokes. Again, I want to clarify how that works for those who don't understand. You know, when you throw a smoke, your gun takes a second to pull out. If you find that little timing where you throw a grenade and you still tap your primary weapon right after, your gun is ready quicker. It's those micro differences, the details that do make a difference at the top level, having, you know, the ability to shoot faster. But sometimes you see players get antsy, switch too quick, throw it off the nade, and then suddenly the nade never goes in. Nitro did it earlier, trying to smoke off the B rotate. Or actually, sorry, no, it wasn't Nitro. My apologies. Nitro came through the smoke. It was Jax or Hunter with the B push. Either way, we've had it happen for both teams. Right there, it's pretty devastating for Elige, who has been the guy that we've relied on, at least in the first half. Shox now overtaking him, and a little mid-push deny by Jax. He's clean as well. Haven't had to talk about him too much. Nitro pushing up behind the smoke. He's crouched. Nico won't see. If he goes through, he might get blocked on it. There's a lot of players here for Liquid. I don't know how Nitro hasn't been seen yet. The flash, did it go through? Did it miss? Second one going in. It's fine, but Nico stops it. OC blind to it, and Elige dead as well. It's a bit of a mess. It's as good as done, and it might be the map for G2.
That's clean. Nice Deeg shot, right? Gonna go back in for more, but Nico's worked his way up close. Oh, another OC gets them away from ramp, sends them packing. Gonna go back with the bomb now, especially with Jackson Hunter out in middle. Pressure's gonna be on Shoxy over towards this B site, and that's assuming this is going B, which it doesn't have to right now. They could wrap this A site player. They could try and deal with OC. Bomb joins up with the gang in middle, and it's a CT spawn wrap. G2 leaving their options open.
Oh no.
Both players down lower right now.
They're trying to crunch spawn, but at a certain point, Shox has got to go, yo, this site is clear as well. Now they're both scared of the mid to A or mid to B, and they're split again. It's made clear by the utility. Shox is going to have to run the flank, but that will only draw attention to OC's position. They should know it at this point. He got double D down ramp. Of course he's gone for the gun. Shox is going to run alongside him. But G2 in pole position.
Yeah, planted for CT as well, right? Because they came through middle. They know it's all clear. OC's had a great round here, but it's not over. It's never enough, and so he needs to offer up even more. Not able to find anything with the AWP right away. Smoke on the bomb, the tap to bait peaks, and it's a tag for OC. Not the killing blow, and time's already eluding them. There isn't time for the defuse, but you can find everyone at least. Jax will fall at the very, very end. OC's dead to the bomb. It's a phenomenal round out of the guy, but not enough to win it for Team Liquid.
Yeah, you wonder if that tag is a kill, right? Suddenly, maybe there's a chance. I mean, the clock was so low, and you saw how well that last player tucked into elevator, refused to give it away, refused to fight as he just wanted to win off the clock alone. That was an eco or a force for Liquid. They never had a kit in play. Some beautiful Deeg shots, but the individuals showing up too late for Liquid for it to matter at this point, and G2 are ready to shut down this map, start the series strong by taking their opponent's pick here on Vertigo. Only one round separates them from that eventuality, as that's what it feels like. 4 frags for OC. But 7 chances for G2 to shut it out and take us to Mirage.
And I mean, even supplemented with this little tag pause, you know, you could have all the time in the world to plan this one out. It doesn't change what you're bringing with you into the fray. Deagle, Scout, MP9, it's not ideal. It's not what you want up against 15. Liquid likely going to be feeling pressure to get involved early. And Shocks will go 1-for-1 over towards B. m0NESY also spotted the mid push. Nafly, Deagle doing damage, but is getting pushed. Wrapped by Alexi. He had the bomb as well.
And m0NESY knows they're in spawn as well. They're big flanking. They're trying to come in on this wrap. He's so ready for it right now, even though he doesn't get the kill. Stalling it out with a Molotov, going back to B. Liquid, this is reality setting in. This is G2 taking the map, and there's almost nothing that can be done about it. 2-on-4, m0NESY edging his way almost on 30 kills, and he has had an incredible game here. Elimination on the line, and Liquid now are mapped down whether they like it or not.
Yeah, run down by Alexa V to close. That is dominance out of G2. Brilliance as well. Young gun m0NESY showing up in a very big way and uncontested in those AWP fights. G2, they soldier on and map up in this series now.